Hello, everyone. I am your fabulous psychic medium, makeup artist, dancer extraordinaire. Welcome back to the Peter Veth podcast. This is episode 3. I'm telling you, there is something about just turning on that camera, pressing that record button just makes me feel good. And this conversation that we're going to have today, it's going to be all about you, yourself, and how to tap into your divine self, your higher power, all that good stuff. So if you are listening to this in the morning, having your cup of coffee, I hope this finds you well and it'll motivate you throughout the day. So sit back, turn up the volume, and enjoy this conversation. Cue the intro. Testing mic check. I talk to dead people, and I still have time to slay. Dead or alive, I keep it cute. And you're listening to the Peter Veth podcast. I don't know why I like to giggle after every single episode. It's the 3rd episode already. I'm giggling because I feel good. Just because I'm saying that, I don't want you to think that, oh, this kid is always waking up happy. Like, no, I'm also a human being. I go through shit myself too. I want you to really listen to this conversation, and which I am actually really excited about. And the reason why I'm excited about it, because I want to talk to you about having these excitements in your life, and having these conversations within yourself is so important. I know that sometimes talking to yourself just feels like you're going fucking crazy, but just know that you're not. It's such a healthy way to have a good habit of having these thoughts and conversations. I'm also gonna talk to you about how to tap into your divine self, your higher power, and all that good stuff today. So let's get into it. Having this little microphone in my hand and looking into the camera, having everything being recorded, sitting on my couch. I don't know what it is about this podcast. It's only been the 3rd episode. Like, I'm telling you, it makes me feel so good. And these little things that make you feel good, there is something happening there. And I've noticed this with all my opportunities and careers that I have dived into. The things that made me jump forward or taking a leap at faith is because it's these feelings that I get, and these little excitement. Sometimes they're just vibrations that run down my spine. And when I'm telling you about these vibrations that come down the tip of your head down to your feet, that's God speaking to you. That's your higher self telling you, go do it. And that's like the moment where you just gotta take some risk, take a leap of faith, and jump forward. And I know that going back to like how I was talking about, it's been so long, for like 2 years, that I've been thinking about this podcast. It's because I was afraid. I know that I have these thoughts about like, oh, I'm afraid of what people might say or might think of me. But I think what boils down to it is my happiness. I was afraid of my happiness being broken from this podcast if things didn't go through. But ever since I started the 1st episode, and it's only been a 3rd, I just feel amazing. And I know that this feeling, but it's conjuring something in my solar plex area. It's making me express things, and I have like these ideas throughout the week, like what am I going to talk about? And there are times like today, I literally didn't have an idea of turning on this a microphone and camera and just started recording. It's just because I just knew I needed to just fucking press that button and just talk. And now I want to have this conversation about these feelings. These feelings are coming from whatever you want to call it, your soul, your spirit people, God, the creator, the universe. That chills that run down your spine, that little happiness, it's meant for you to do it. So if you've ever come to a place of having that same conversation to yourself all the time, like saying like, okay, should I do it? Should I not? Should I do it? Should I not? But you've been talking about it for years. And I'm going to teach you a little thing on how to trust those voices within, to differentiate the difference between the voice coming from the other side. But I always say like the other side, yes, it is spirit, it is the soul, it is God, but I always say like those things lives within you. So it's your higher self. It's so simple, but yet so hard. The things that you say to yourself, like, damn, I don't know if I should do this. Well, I'm afraid that if I take on this opportunity, I'm putting other shit behind me when I need to have responsibilities. But every time I think about it, it just makes me smile inside. I feel like, or these great ideas that you talk among your friends, there's an excitement from it. And it just makes you just want to like jump for joy. That's it. Those voices are coming from within. It's your soul, it's your spirit talking to you. It's so powerful. And when I say like, I'm going to go back to like all these opportunities that happened with me, I'm someone that was always like, I'm going to fucking do it. What do I have to lose? I mean, there are things that I do have to sacrifice coming from like these feelings, but I did it and it got me so far. When I tell you I've been blessed with so many opportunities, there are days where I wake up and I feel so blessed from all those blessings that happen. And I say this all the time. The blessings don't come from God itself. I always say this. The blessings that comes to you is because you did it first. Blessings don't just happen randomly. If you want the universe to work by your side, you got to put in the work first. You do the work first. You trust from that voice within. You fucking take a leap of faith. And when you do it, you might not see results within a day or two. It could be years on end until you see something. But that's how it is. That's just how life is. Things don't just hand it to you quickly like that. You have to put in the work. And when you do that, the universe is going to be so kind to you. They're going to open up doors and opportunities and blessings. And then you're going to look in the mirror, you're like, bitch, I fucking did that. I took all these years to get here because I did that. You know, also, like, this reflects back to, like, how having these conversations within yourself first and foremost in the morning is so important. I feel like a crazy ass bitch sometimes because there are moments where I'm just so low. I have to go into the bathroom and look myself in the mirror and tell myself that you're doing amazing, Peter. You're doing great. And if you are listening to this right now, if you're driving, look in the rear mirror real quick and just tell yourself, you're living, you're breathing. Everything is okay. I might not see results on the things that I do, but I know blessings will come my way because I'm putting in the work. This also goes back to like doing things just to receive the karma back to you. No, it's not about that. The law of attraction, as basic as it is, it goes, you are what you put out. So if you are unkind to yourself, the world is going to be unkind to you. You'll attract the things that you put out there. Do it. Put it out there because you never know what's the world going to give you. This also goes back to love yourself a little harder today. Let's just say the night before it was a little tough. It was a little rough. Not every day is going to be dandy. The next day when you wake up, tell yourself that today I'm going to love myself a little harder because I didn't get to do that yesterday. You are a new person every single day. You're never the same yesterday. Just know that you are not your thoughts. Those negative talks that you have, that's something else. That's something else that you're making shit up. But the voices that are just so pure and loving, that's the real you. So don't you ever forget that. There has been so many fucking days, you have no idea, where I was just praying to God for the longest. To Buddha, actually. I would light incense every night when I was living with my sister. And I was so depressed. And I didn't realize how depressed I was. I never wanted to admit that because I'm someone who always trying to put on a facade and make everyone happy because I'm also a director. So I lead with a smile all the time. And I try to be positive just so that way everyone around me can have the same vibes. But it's not always like that. So at the end of the night, I would always pray to Buddha and I would cry about the things that's not happening for me, the things that I don't have. Sometimes I'll smile, but tears are rolling down my face, but I'm like deeply hurt inside. That, in retrospect, I've realized how harmful that is when I do that, using prayers to pull myself down. The divine is not going to answer to you when are so negative. You can only hear and see things clear when you raise your vibration, when you give yourself when you raise yourself into a higher frequency, and that energy level is at like 150. You're not always going to be up there all the time. And able to recognize up here, you're going to have to be down here too. But there are these talks that you can actually get yourself to come up here. God can't speak to you if your vibrations are so low, because when you are so low down there, you're blocking everyone off. You don't want to hear any of the good stuff, because you're so familiar with harming yourself with your thoughts. And ever since I came out of the psychic closet, I've been so much better. There are times where I'm still negative. Again, I'm a fucking human being. Sometimes I tell myself that I'm a dumbass bitch. Like, to the point where, like, I hate myself and I call myself stupid, and I would say, like, oh, you're not amount to anything. Like, who do you think you are? Why do you think you're gonna be so successful? What make you think you're gonna become a millionaire? What make you think you're gonna become a renowned psychic medium when there's others out there that can do so much better than you? I used to say these shit all the time. You have no idea. But I've learned that when I get like that, the next day I have to tell myself, again, like I said, you're not always going to be perfect. The next day I have to tell myself that, no, you're not the same as yesterday, Peter. Today is a new day. And now I'm able to have a lighter and happier and better conversation every night before I go to bed. When you start talking good about yourself at night, and this is like the power of praying. Before you go to bed, I want you to practice this. After when you wash your face, you brush your teeth, and you're ready for bed, put on your PJs, get into the side of your bed, sit there quietly in your thoughts, or you can talk it out loud. Tell them that you had a wonderful day. Tell them that you had such a good experience at work today with a client that you didn't expect it to. Tell them that, hey, I had a shitty day, but the one thing that made me so happy was my wife or my spouse brought me coffee without me asking into my office, deliver it to me while I was at work. I was having such a shitty day at work. Count the little blessings. Count all the things that make you feel good, even though your day was crappy. And when you keep talking about the good things, you're gonna end up putting on. I'm telling you, your energy is going to lift even higher, and you're gonna start to smile like how I am. And if it gets to that point where you're so emotional that tears are running down your face because you are so grateful for all the little things that was given to you that made you so much better throughout the day, that's the divine talking to you. That's God. That's the universe, the creator, your soul. Now you're raising your vibrations. If you think about the concept of going to bed feeling shitty, that's fucking crappy. I don't want to fucking do that. I don't want to fucking do that. Nobody wants to do that. Don't do that. Think about that concept. And then to wake up feeling crappy again and thinking about whatever that situation, then know that you can't handle that situation. Not sometimes, but there are things of the matter that you just gotta let go and let God. There are things that are out of our, there are situations that are out of your hands. It's not meant for you to deal with it right now. Sometimes you just gotta like put it away for a little bit and come back later. If you have such a hard time recognizing how amazing you are, write all these little notes throughout your apartment, your bedrooms, anywhere, even your phone. I have this quote throughout. I have a business phone and my personal phone, and it says, "You are successful, Peter." And there are times where I email myself and I said, "You're doing amazing. Keep going." And there are times where I even like leave little messages in my desk, just a reminder that like, bitch, you doing good. Because sometimes we always need validations. And validation is so important too, though, from your peers and your surroundings. This is why it's also great to surround yourself with like-minded people. If you hang out with people with negative ass mindsets, then that's how your conversations and your energy is always going to be like. If I'm gonna be a little bit more harsh with all of this right now, bitch, everything goes back to you. The most important thing is to love yourself and believe in yourself and that you can do it, because everything stems back to you. And when you start to practice recognizing that you are one, you are a whole, you are a badass bitch. That you got this. You are talented. You are successful. You might not make a million yet, but know that it will come to fruition with whatever it is that you have planned for yourself. You are binded by contract to be successful. When you get there and recognize your true form, that you are the one to make shit happen, you're going to see the universe be by your side. Bitch, I needed this conversation for myself too. The fuck? I need to hear this also. If you have a shitty day, it's okay. You can't control it. Let go. Deal with it another day. Before you go to bed, talk to yourself. Call up a friend. If you can't, call up a friend or your siblings. Pray. Talk about the good things. Talk about your shitty day first, but pick out one good thing that made you feel good and why. And let it remind you of the good things. And then when you wake up tomorrow, don't reflect back on the shitty day that you had yesterday. Think about that one good thing that switched up your mood. And tell yourself that, and today is a new day because I'm a new person. I'm not the same as yesterday. But you are still a badass bitch every day. That won't change. Anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to the Peter Veth podcast. I appreciate you. And have a blessed day. Thank you.